Outstanding price action coming out of XRP, you guys. We actually were talking about the potentials of reaching all the way to 307.30, but we reached as high as just about 304, just under that 304, and now we're actually back testing some areas of critical support, guys. So what's happening here, it's just a regular breakout type of pattern, right? It's a breakout sequence that happens typically in price action, and that's something that I can go ahead and explain a little bit on. We're not going to dwell on that too long, as we know we want to go ahead and get our days going with, right? But yes, and also we are not quite out of the woodwork here, guys. There is something that we're going to have to watch out for, and that's specifically coming out during the traditional hours in this next trading session. But before we get started, guys, please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca. I'm actually coming at you here today on Tuesday, September 9th at 11:06 p.m. Pacific time. Price action on XRP is sitting at just about 295.32 after a nice run to the upside, which looks like to have a high of exactly 303.67. Very impressive, and very happy to have been able to see the potential breakouts here, guys, for you and for us, right, from a very early time, few days ago. So if you did get in and you got yourself a nice little position there, well, congratulations. But let's go ahead and be super careful as to how price action can continue here, guys. Please, I want you to be careful with all of these scammers out there, man. They are the moment you step into my Discord, for now, right? We're gonna make this thing entirely private here. But the moment you step into my Discord, there's going to be an imposter that looks just like me, who talks just like me. Listen, I'm not going to go ahead and quote an Eminem song. They're going to get me all messed up here. But but anyway, so what I was going to say is that, yeah, there's a lot of crap going out there, team, and they're going to send you messages. Know for a fact that I will never send you a message first. I will never friend request you first. And should you be observing any type of profile, this is mine right here, and you'll notice here that first of all it's going to have a little negative thing here, right? And it'll say, I do not offer copy or mirror trades ever. I am the one and only Arca, and usually when you request me, I will respond via voice. Okay, guys, so for now, just know that information is there. And guys, now we are down to 13 slots available before the upgrade on the price for the private Discord, which now we're adding massive amenities to. A full service Discord is what you'll expect here in the coming week. Okay, guys, so that's actually closing up here pretty soon. And yeah, so I just wanted to make you aware of that. Please go ahead and select your link in the description below for that one-time membership fee that you can actually pay and just be a member for grandfathered lifetime. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the potentials for mañana. As for me, it's still you know, it's Pacific time here, so I'm still in the past. Okay, but anyway, guys, we are not necessarily out of the. We still got some fire here under us. And that is this. We have the well, I thought we had initial jobless claims here, but I'm for some reason I'm not finding it, guys. But for sure, we absolutely have your producer price index coming in, right? And we also have the core PPI year over year and month over month. So these are numbers that can affect the price action in the overall market. And what I will say is that based on your prior reads, for example, your year over year core PPI, we're easing off, right? Notice here that this is, you know, your prior read was a 3.7. Now we're expecting, the forecast is here for 3.5. So we're expecting that we're easing off on there. So should that be the case, and we meet, you know, core PPI year over year of 3.5 or less, well, that's going to read pretty good for the market. Okay. So if it is 3.6, or it's gonna create some downside, but likely some recovery after that. It's gonna create an overreaction, right? But then you'll likely recover because it's still under the prior read. But should you get a 3.7 or above, you know, things may get a little shaky for a few days, and then you know, we'll see about price from that moment on. But I am excited to see how price action has been behaving here, and I absolutely love that it's been kind of in sequence or in agreement with the with your broader market. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and come back here because I do have something else to show you and another metric for us to kind of follow to determine price action into the near future. And it's actually using your total crypto cap, right? So this is the total market capitalization of the entire crypto space. And you can see here that we're sitting at just about 3.82 trillion at the present moment on a daily candle. So I did kind of see this here a few days ago, and I've been forgetting to show you this, but this has a falling wedge formation, and this falling wedge formation usually leads towards a breakout, right, guys? And that breakout can be figured here, or the targets can be figured via a few methods, right? So we can go ahead and take the implied target via these methods here, right? So let's just go ahead and take into consideration the center of the triangle, which could arguably be right about here, and the largest point of the triangle, which is just about here, guys. We'll just go ahead and make sure that we can kind of imply an area that this on average will meet. Perfect. In fact, I think I would do a little higher too. Right, just about there. Okay, so these targets get applied to the candle that broke out, right? So this would be this candle right here. Let's just go ahead and kind of push everything to the left and see how this is progressing thus far. Here we go. This is going to be your second target, and this would be your third potential target here, just in case you want to follow the crypto cap, because this is guys, this means inflows for the crypto in general. So that's it's a very positive thing. So it looks like we already got the first take profit right about this area here, guys, 3.88 trillion. And the high of this candle here was, let's see, 3.89 trillion. So very, very good for us to have seen that take profit already. Now, the secondary zone would be a zone of about 3.96 trillion. And that has a hard target of right about in here of around 3.93. If anything, I would say that it would be better observed at around 3.92. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and write that in there, or leave that in there for us, and observe the next potential target. In fact, it's just a little bit of a range, so I'm going to leave that here quickly like this. And guys, I can't overanalyze things right now because anything can happen, right, into PPI. So I'm gonna be, as concise as I can be, and that's about it, right? So and then your upside target here, guys, would be just about this position right about here. So these are the targets that we could be observing for the upside in the coming days. Now, that is if your data, your macroeconomic data, it maintains, right? It needs to maintain this. Okay, guys, so now that we're kind of determining that we do have some upside trajectory on this, even from your more immediate short term, it looks like we're bottoming out on a couple of things with upside biases. Okay, yeah. So these upside biases on like a 15-minute usually lead to cascading upside into the further time frames down into like the 8-hour time frame. Potentially, it's still downside on that one. Let's see if we have that. Yeah, daily by daily up. We still have, okay, we're converting that 3-day up. It just opened, by the way, and it was faced to the downside just prior to this, or it was about to change, and it definitely got like a flat bias. Let's see if it's pivoted up. Should we, kind of zoom in? Okay, nice. It is pivoted towards the upside very slightly, but it is showing us that we are increasing that we're increasing here. We're allocating. Or reaccumulating, sorry. So yeah, now let's go ahead and take a look at, now that we have the targets here for the crypto cap, let's go ahead and move on to XRP and see how that translates into the price. Okay, so remember, I may get a little bit of a disconnect here. I just noticed that one of my screens kind of went out and I don't see anything on top, but it's all good. Okay, so anyway, so I'm going to see if we can't get ourselves this type of price action, and I'm going to see if you can get this type of price action for validation. Okay, so we had a resistance level that could have been worth anywhere between, the real targets were around 288 to 293, 94ish. Right, that was the overall zone, and we kind of broke it down here into a more specific area that could have been 295 and 290, 295s, right? But if we look historically, we have this zone here that's around the 92.77. We have the bottom sides of all these candles, which are close to 294. That's what I mean. So if we are validating this 294 area to 291, well, that means that we're now breaking out of an inflection zone, right? So that tells us that we could be facing the next leg up. I will say this too, okay, guys? I know that this can be a little dangerous, but what's telling me that we're not going to do this are these candles here, okay? We got that break to the upside, right? Right here from this is your resistance here, anywhere between the 288 to roughly around the 287-ish area, right? We broke above that via this candle and then came back and validated this area before a continuation to the upside. Now that we have this zone broken out of, you would think that price action would come down and validate this area here, which it is doing. So traditional price action just shows that as soon as we validate some supports like that, continuation to the upside is likely. Right? So that's currently what I'm observing here from your larger term timeframes, right? For example, your bi-daily time. This is a brand new candle on the 2-day time frame, right? And look at that 2-day time frame close. It is a gigantic green bar, and your 50% retrace on that bi-daily, which happens 60 to 70% of the time, is roughly right where we are right now. So that is your retrace of the 50% before there could be a continuation towards the upside. Okay, guys, so this to me is looking pretty okay. And the only thing I don't like, of course, is that shooting star on the daily time frame of XRP, which could lead to some short-term downside, say 50% of this bar here, which could be, of course, like we said, the bi-daily bar, 50%, which could land roughly at around 292.47 to maybe even 290.18. Okay, should we have any other closures? Well, that's going to also impair price action just a bit. Your 4-day time frame or 3-day time frame also just got a new, your 4-day time frame in 3 days closing. That means that we just got an opening of that too. So this thing pulling back, same targets, right? 288 to roughly around the 291 area, still validating that same zone. Okay, guys. So I think that if we do get that bottom side, then it would be the time frames responsible for something like that would actually be the more immediate short term, and it feels like they may have already done it. Let's see, your 5-minute time frame is still kind of headed towards the downside here. It looks like your 10-minute is too. 15-minute down, still looking into the downside for the 30 minutes, your hourly, and where is it? 4 hour, let's see, 6 hours still down. I think it's all the way to your daily, right? Your bi-daily. So one daily candle worth of downside. So that tells you that we could face a downside all the way to around 282. So if 282 is your target, I am thinking here that the invalidation zone would be roughly around that 288 to 291 number, just to speak clearly here. Okay, but just keep your eyes on that 282. Should there be anything, right? I think the hard target on that, the hard target on the 282 is actually 286 to 285, and that's very, very, very close to your 288 already. So we may wick in there, and then everything, could kind of resolve from that area there. But I do think that we have this, we have massive buying power around that 288 to if anything, it would be, I guess we can try a 285, guys, but the 291 is supposed to be the zone to really test out here. But okay, fair enough. I think that's just about it here for price on XRP. And should you have any questions, please go ahead and refer to the email, and that's going to be arcabulls@gmail.com. Okay, guys, but with that said, I think, I wish you all a very good night, and we'll speak very Jerry Layer Scary soon. All right, team? Adios, and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.